Okay, everybody, we're working through the quadratic functions and equations review. We're on question 21I. Solving these equations here. Now, I don't like the way this one looks here with that fraction up front here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the equation so it looks a little nicer to me. I'm going to multiply everything through here by 2. That's going to give me I'm going to do this in one step. I'm not going to do that in 2 steps. 2 times a half is 1, so we're just going to make that x squared. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8x. 2 times 1 is positive 2, and 2 times 0 is 0. So this equation becomes x squared minus 8x plus 2. Now, if I wanted to factor this, I would be looking for values of terms here whose product is 2x squared, whose sum is negative 8. Now, I don't see that right off the top of my head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the discriminant here and just see if this is factorable. So negative 8 squared minus 4 times 1 times 2. Okay, let's just check that. So negative 8 squared minus 4 times 1 times 2. And I'm going to get 56. Okay, now 56 is not a perfect square, which means that this is not factorable in the sense that I could really easily find the factors of this, but it's still positive, which means that there is a solution to this. So what I'm stuck with here is I'm stuck now using the quadratic formula. So this is going to be x is equal to negative b, so negative of negative 8, plus or minus the square root of, well, now here's the brilliant part of what just happened here. I already know that this is 56 because I figured out the discriminant over here to help me out with it. And then this will be 2 times a, which in this case is just 1. So my answer here is going to be positive 8 plus or minus, now 56. Let's think about this, 56. In fact, it might be easier to do this on a separate sheet here. Just to talk about this for a second here. The square root of 56 is equal to the square root of, let's break that down into its prime factors, so 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. Okay, there are a couple of 2's in there that I can take out, so that's 2 root, and I'm left with a 2 and a 7 in there to get me 14. Remember that a square root, that radical there, if it's a square root, I'm looking for pairs of factors. Okay, that can be represented by a single factor out front. So that's 2 root 14. So inside here, I would write this as 8 plus or minus 2 root 14 all over 2. And now, and I know this isn't terribly obvious to a lot of people here, but because I'm dividing by a monomial, okay, bear in mind that the numerator is a binomial. This is a term plus or minus a term. But each of the coefficients here is divisible by 2. I can't divide the 14 by the 2 because this isn't actually 14, that's root 14. Okay, 14 is divisible by 2, but root 14 isn't. And in either case here, when I'm dividing, all I need to worry about is the coefficients here. So I'm going to distribute the division of 2 to both of those to get 4 plus or minus 2 root 14. And that's the final solution that I would be looking for.